this All Hallows. Prepare to be scared, frightened, and disturbed. Happy Halloween.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the Halloween episode of the Mocarl and Conman podcast. This is the Week 8 breakdown review that we always do. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Conor Moore. Conor?
I want to suck your blood.
Oh, it's in the Halloween spirit. We're going all out. And we also have a special guest, Conor, if you hear that scratching outside.
What's that scratching noise?
Oh, Conor. Oh, I'm going to open it. Oh, who is it?
Oh my god, it's Martin.
It's Martin. Martin, welcome to the show.
I feel like I should have like some sort of Halloween themed get up in there, but the two ones are kind of taken, so...
You can be Martin. The werewolf Martin.
The werewolf.
Welcome to the show, Martin. It's your second time on the show, I believe.
Oh,
so
yes.
is that a record?
No, I think me and you have the joint record.
Yeah, but after that, in terms of guests, I think you're the guest we've had most on now. We've had you on twice.
I feel privileged and honoured to be on multiple appearances.
I mean, you wanted the best guests, and then you get the winners on. The people want to know how to win. They got to listen to Martin, so we get him on. Everyone just
maybe not so much this year, but
we'll see. It's early. We'll get into all that. One thing that I want to. How's your Halloween going, Martin? Did you dress up recently?
I had a quiet enough weekend, and I got to work tomorrow on Halloween, so probably the first time I've worked on Halloween, so that'll be a bit weird. I don't know if anybody in the office will be dressed up.
Yeah.
I didn't get any memo, so it could be super weird if I just go in tomorrow and everybody else is just dressed up and I'm just there like, yo, what's the crack?
I think you definitely should.
I could just dress up and have no one else to be dressed up, and then that'd be even more weird.
Yeah, well then...
See how I feel in the morning, I guess.
Just give someone a text at work and just be like, hey, are we dressing as anything today? Conor, you celebrate Halloween, I assume.
Yep, it's part of my religion.
We were at a party over the weekend, and you were dressed as...
I was dressed as a Vine.
Go on, tell us more.
So, if you remember Vine, it was a short-lived
I don't.
app where people could post 6-second videos.
Okay.
And a lot of those now live on YouTube compilations.
So you were a YouTube?
I was yes.
I get it.
It wasn't a good costume. It was like I was on a good run of costumes the last few years. Like what was I last year? I had a good one last year. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it was Marilyn Monroe last year. And the year before it was Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
And then I had a terrible one this year.
Yeah.
And literally the day after that party, I thought of a really good outfit.
Oh, pray tell.
So it needs a partner. I was like Sergeant Salt and Pepper. You know, like the Beatles album, Sergeant Pepper. Go Sergeant Salt and Pepper.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Just Salt and Pepper, but with a military uniform.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Nobody steal that.
That would have been good.
Because I looked that up on the internet and no one's ever done it.
Copyrighted.
Patent pending.
Patent pending 2013. Martin, full disclosure to everyone who's listening, original guest Del had to pull out, which led to Martin graciously joining us today. So, Martin, we like to do a little segment here just to kick it off. We didn't get to do it with you the last time.
Yeah, well, sure, like I was at the early stages of the podcast. It's just grown since then.
Yeah.
Span.
Getting to know the coach. We're back with Getting to Know the Coach, the best game show for getting to know coaches. Like I said before the intro, Conor, these questions were researched specifically for Adele. I did not get enough time to get Doug to get more questions specifically for Martin. So, Martin, if you don't mind just answering, you can either answer Del's questions in the way you think he would answer them, or in a way that you yourself would answer, or you can switch between. What do you think?
Oh, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, there's only one way to really do it. All right, okay. So, this one works. Okay, Martin, you've been a head coach for 4 years.
Yes.
There you go. It's a fact. And so, it's a family business. The team has been family owned for close to 4 decades. Why did you get involved?
I like football.
It says here, it actually says here Dell was Dr. Ron Goldstein's personal assistant for a few years. Who is he?
Can't say. That's where we get the trade secrets.
Can't say or won't say.
Back to win championships. That's your man.
We're gonna have to push you on this, Martin. Who is Dr. Ron Goldstein?
Can't say.
Right. Okay.
You're good at interrogation.
There you go. It says here that so you're an amateur novelist. Tell us about what you have coming up.
I'm actually bringing out my biography to my whole kind of novelist career. So like if everybody's been wondering what I've been writing as a ghostwriter since the last 10 years, then read my biography that's going to be coming out.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't know he wrote for the New England kicker.
Who?
He just said he's a ghostwriter.
Martin, you've never done any drugs.
Have I or never have I?
Never. It just says never done any drugs.
That's false.
Okay. Not sure what way to take that.
Take it the same way as a drug test. Come up false.
Alright, Martin, it says here that you teach anger management classes to disenfranchised youths in South Central LA. Tell us about that.
It's good charity work. It helps the soul.
For fuck's sake. Martin, you have 41 dogs in the house. That's a lot of dogs. Must be rough.
I see the pun there. It makes for an interesting living. I'll tell you that. Can't walk 2 feet without running into one of them. So
I hear the song "Who Let the Dogs Out" was written about you, Martin.
Maybe.
No comment. And that's it. We got to know the coach, Conor. Again, I ask you this every week we play. How much better do you think you know Martin and or Dell now?
Well, Martin a lot, and Dell also a lot.
Okay.
You're revealing answers about Dell there.
Yeah.
Martin.
A lot of, I read the subtext, a lot of hot takes on Palestine. I
believe it's called Israel.
Oh boy. Okay, alright. Let's keep moving on with the show. Alright, so up next, Conor, we have breaking news. 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 Alright, Conor, so the breaking news, we have a couple segments, all based around trades.
Okay.
Specifically, the first bit of news pertains to both you and Martin. Ooh.
I've all to talk about. That is true. Martin, do you want to explain the trade? Considering it was you who rudely woke me up this morning with a text message.
Well, like I said, I've literally had terrible tight ends since week 1. I don't know if I've gotten over double digits once with a tight end all season, so I felt like that was the missing piece that I needed for the team. So I felt coming off the win, it's time to strike when the iron was hot, go after somebody. I'm seeing that Conor had 2 tight ends, 2 good tight ends, so I was like, Conor, we've got that established connection already, seeing this is our 3rd trade this season, so it didn't take much figuring out or much back and forth. It was just got it done quickly and got it done before the waivers to them tomorrow. So
yeah, it's a good relationship building exercise. Conor, do you worry that you're becoming a feeder club to Martin?
I worry that he's becoming a feeder club to me.
And how has OJ Howard been doing this season? I don't know that I followed his.
Well, I think it's fair to say that there's never been an American football player called OJ who's ever done anything bad. So he's been doing good.
And On the field, he's playing well too, or no?
Well, I've had him for 2 weeks, and I think because I picked him up when Jared Cook went on a bye, and he did pretty well. And then I dropped him this week, just to my bench, and he had
I
a good
actually
week.
had a waiver in for OJ Howard that same week as well. I was pretty pissed off. That week.
Yeah, well, the juice is loose now in Crahard, so
That's a great little catchphrase.
There's your tagline. You can market that to people who like juice.
You could write a piece for the Drisbowl Gazette, who unfortunately lost all their writers and editors in a purge last year. They've all moved on to new mediums, Conor. It's the new in thing.
Print media is dead.
Print media is dead. Audio is where it's at. Let's move on to a couple other trades. So the rest of the news is mainly just real life trades, like Demaryius Thomas going to wherever he went. Where did he go?
Texas.
You haven't.
I have. Yeah, so he went to the Texans. Golden Tate went to the Martin Eagles. Such things like that. What fantasy impact is that going to have on these guys? Both John's players.
I think you stated in the group chat earlier on, both of them are going to better QB, so it can only be a positive impact for the two. Although, like, Matthew Stafford is a pretty decent QB, but
yeah, I don't know that he gave Tate many looks recently, though. I think it was
I think he kind of like carrying John's team earlier on in the year, but I think he's kind of slowed down these last breakout couple of games from Kerryon Johnson. They kind of look leaning on the run more than passing, so maybe that's reflected on his downtick on points.
Yeah, although Carson Wentz is going to sling it too, so I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm delighted to have Golden Tate.
Yeah.
Wentz.
I'm pretty happy too. He'll take some goddamn coverage off Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Demaryius Thomas to the Texans. I don't know that Demaryius Thomas has much left in the tank, really.
Yeah, he's done nothing this year, really. I picked him up on the draft and traded him pretty quickly after that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's shy.
To job, but now, yeah. So it'll be interesting, because they lost...
It's probably a big beneficiary to Sean, I guess, for having Nuke.
Yeah. Because they lost Will Fuller as well, which obviously just bones Rob, like Everton does. So they need another receiver, because who's a Cutie is their other guy?
Yeah, I think that's his name, something weird like that.
So I don't know, like, let's see what happens. Conor, what's the catchphrase of the show? It's too soon to tell.
Oh, yeah. Is that our catchphrase?
It is for this episode. Woo!
I've all been fucking
Alright,
scoring touchdowns inside the 20. They're inside the 5. Miller! Touchdown!
that was Lamar Miller with the touchdown as the Aztecs set out their stall early in what results in just their second win of the season, come against the RD Aztecs 120 to 193. The game looked to... Shut the fuck up! The game looked to be out of reach early as nearly all Titans players put in a performance, but the results could have been so different were it not for a stingy Bills D dousing the Aztecs' hopes. The result means both teams are still well in the mix for a playoff spot in their individual divisions. Just one quick note before we dive into this. In hindsight, these should all be filled with Halloween puns. Expect no Halloween puns in any of the rest of these. There's none.
Where was the Halloween pun?
There's none in there either.
Oh.
I'm saying I screwed the pooch on that one. Yeah, no, it wasn't even. I just forgot to do it. That would have made sense. But look, here we are.
Why'd you even mention it?
I want, full disclosure, clarity and stuff. You know. So Conor, you won.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking a bit nervous there at one point, considering I had nearly a 40-point projected win on Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon. Yeah, like you said yourself, the Patriots game could have gone a lot different if the Bills hadn't been shutting down the touchdown game.
Yeah.
Because that benefited me with Gostowski getting field goals, and it negatively impacted Dell because Brady couldn't throw any touchdowns and White and Gronk couldn't get any touchdowns. So
Yeah.
it was a double-edged sword for Dell.
Yeah, the Bills, they just fucking boned him.
Yeah.
And that was really... Well, your team was, put in, a shift, all over. Only Doug Martin didn't really, and the Jets did. The rest of it, you gotta be delighted with that. And then Delcine looked like he was going to be boned. And then it was just like Marlon Mack and Marvin Jones are just like, oh, let's fucking go. Martin, what was your take on this game?
I think as you say every week, it's Dell lives by the sword with the Patriots. So if Patriots aren't clicking with touchdowns, then like you said, Dell doesn't usually win.
Yeah.
But he almost won in spite of that with big games from Marlon Mack and Marvin Jones. Maybe that kind of took the pressure off the Patriots. They didn't need to do as much. But
yeah.
Baldwin, I don't know what Dell's thinking on Doug Baldwin. If he's thinking of dropping him or maybe trying to trade him to somebody, but he's just kind of been pooping his pants all season for Dell.
Yeah. He was. I think he was hogtied into Doug Baldwin because there was literally nothing else on his bench. Like his like, look at the guys he had on bye, and he got 103 points, and all these guys were on bye. Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott, fucking what's your man, Alex Hooper, who is usually is that his starting tight end? No, obviously Gronk is, but Hooper's been doing all right as well.
Yeah, I got lucky with that week. In fairness,
it's just me and Conor were mentioning it before. Like it's such a high scoring week. Like nearly everyone got like 100 points.
The lowest scoring was 92.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, nobody scored under 90 points all week.
That's fucking crazy. Usually we have at least 2 teams who are terrible.
Like last week there was 5 teams that got less than like 80 points. This week no one got less than 90. And
it's everyone's everyone's on, like, half the teams are on their buys.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Conor, Christian McCaffrey came up big for you. It was his coming out party.
Yeah, well, I think he had. Did he have an alright week last week?
Can't remember.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you've had him 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, he did. Boy did good. Got 2 touchdowns.
Your boy Deshaun Jackson as well. Tyler Boyd has been a great pickup for you. He was quiet last week, but I think he's going to be real good.
Yeah.
Going forward. Even Lamar Miller.
It's 2 weeks in a row now he's got a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after a spotty first few weeks, maybe this is the turning point in the Texans' offensive Lamar Miller prospects.
Yeah, that was a long way to get there, but we got there.
We got there in the end. It's about the journey, not the destination.
What did you have on your bench? Mitch 21. Mitch is putting in shifts for you.
Yeah, I was actually looking. He has, like, they've both done their buys now, and Mitch has more fantasy points than Rodgers.
I'm a stat man.
In total for the season so far.
Stat man.
Yeah, by like 10 points.
Yes.
Because he has 2 rushing touchdowns.
That's...
Yeah, like, he got nearly all those points like the last three games as well.
Yeah, it's like that one game where he got like 45 points.
Yeah. The only other note I have, Conor, is that your boy Ghost came up big. You get a lot of heat for Ghost. You get some heat for Ghost.
But he's the best
you're passionate
kicker.
About Ghost. Is he the best kicker? We'll find out.
He's going to break Adam Vinatieri's record and legs.
Oh my god.
So he owes him money.
It's a breaking news. Oh, okay. Alright, let's move on.
It's Peterson. Big hole. First down and more. Still going. Adrian Peterson inside the 20. The 10. Touchdown. 64 yards.
It was Adrian Peterson with the touchdown as the Crusaders get back on track with a win over the lowly Dublin Dragons. Wentz, Brown and Cohen all helped lead the Crusaders to win. That means the Crusaders are just 2 games back on top spot in a hyper-competitive Luther. The Dragons, on the other hand, find themselves bottom of the stringer, heading back into the division round of games, needing to go on a second half of season run if they harbour any ambitions of making the playoffs. Woo! Next up is the Zebra Killers in a game that could make or break the Dragons' season. So, man, this was a good game. This was... Well, I mean, you were kind of in control for the majority of it.
Yeah, well, all my players except for Josh Gordon were done by the end of the 6 o'clock game, so like I was kind of new if I was going to be in a good chance by then, if I was going to win or not. So like, I had over 110 points by the end of the 6 o'clock game, so I was feeling fairly confident.
Yeah.
Like Drew Brees, Mark Ingram, Stephon Diggs, they could have obviously Drew Brees and Mark Ingram not so much Drew Brees obviously being the big one letting Richie down. I wasn't expecting that low of a number. Obviously helped big time, but I'm very, very happy with the result. And big points from all the big players. Antonio Brown, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was going to say that trade looks to be working out for you, Antonio Brown.
Yeah. I was like, I needed that star-studded wide receiver one.
Yeah.
And like Carson Wentz consistently gets 20 points every week. Obviously, Adrian Peterson, I wasn't expecting to have such a good game, but
Yeah.
I think the 5 years we've been doing this, 4 years? 4 years?
Yeah,
This is the 5th year.
This 5th year, yeah.
I think Adrian Peterson has only had good years any year I've had.
Well, what year did
The year I got him, he was really good. I think I had him in year 2 or 3, and he's really good for me, and I think he's just been bad every other year.
Yeah.
It's obviously about the Calvin Waters that brings out the best in Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he's been so good recently that you were just able to trade McCaffrey away.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd be doing as well as he is now, but that did kind of come into it. Especially Tariq Cohen pick it up as well the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I felt like I could let Christian McCaffrey go and try and get that blue chip wide receiver.
Yeah.
Tony O'Brien.
Yeah, you've got one of the most balanced teams, I would say.
Yeah, like I think going forward as well, I think all my buys are overweight as well now going forward, so it's just if I can get by the jinx, the tiny witch bitch Shauna this week, I feel like I can go on a good run.
She's a real tiny little bitch, that Shauna.
I'm not taking that for granted for that matchup this week. She bet me earlier on the year, so.
Martin, I'm a big fan of you in the Halloween spirit playing Tim Burton as tight end. Can you comment on that? Or how did that come about? Did you call him? Did he call you?
He came in touch with me. He was like he's been like he's kind of taking a break from the last while, so it's like he kind of wanted to have give football and all going. So like I've had Kyle Rudolph all year, so I thought like what could he couldn't be any worse than Kyle Rudolph.
He literally couldn't.
No, Kyle Rudolph is a terrible pick. So like I just said, fuck it, Tim, if you want to play tight end for me, come try it. Can't be any worse than Kyle Rudolph.
And he got 18 yards, so more than Tyler Rudolph has ever done in his life. And Tim Burton's an old man.
Yeah.
He is.
Josh Gordon with his second 420 of the year, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
Loves it.
Oh, he absolutely loves
To no
it.
one's surprise, Josh Gordon loves 420. Breaking news.
Let's comment on, like, Drew Brees, Martin, you mentioned 120 pass yards. What? I didn't watch this game because I was tired and high and I just went to bed. I think I watched an episode of The Flash. Did anyone watch this game? Who knows what happened? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
I watched the first half of it, and he had a pretty decent first half, so it was obviously all in the second half that you obviously just let the run game take over.
Yeah.
I had Drew Brees last year, and there was a lot of these kind of performances where they kind of just leaned on the 1-2 punch of Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara, but never had that bad a week last year.
If that's a trend that continues, it does not bode well for Richie, as Drew Brees has been one of the boys holding his team up.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram had a respectable 920. You know, you take that, especially when Chris Carson is getting 1840. Then I like Chris Carson. He's getting a lot of the ball in Seattle.
Yeah, that's all Seattle seems to want to do now, is just run the ball down.
Yeah.
To people.
Ty is one of these guys for Richie. He's like a who did Dell have earlier on in the season? The Hogan?
The Hoagie Bear.
Hoagie Bear, or it's like a Dell with a Doug Baldwin, or it's like a Rob with a Will Fuller. T.Y. Hilton is one of these guys for Richie where he cannot play him on the right week.
No, like I was delighted. 42 points for the Colts, and all he had was one catch.
It's crazy.
Fortunate.
Oh my god. Stephon Diggs had what we were saying that he has like a big game every second week, I think, or something like that. So 17 points. George T. Kittle. We gotta come up with something. Do we have something? We must have something.
I think T. Kittle was.
I'm gonna go with T. Kittle. Doesn't even make sense. 57 yards. Jules 11 yards. Sluts 14 points. And Bearsley kind of let Richie down as well.
Khalil Mack's still out, yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll be back next week, probably. Anything on your bench you want to discuss, Martin?
I'm just saying the bench will probably look a lot different come tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're trying to get rid of
Captain
some
Kirk
of the
got
deadwood.
you a touchdown.
Yeah, you gotta love Captain Kirk getting you a touchdown.
Yeah, I think he will stay. He's got potential. I've kind of been stashing the wait and see what he'd be like with Josh Rosen, so I think he might stay, but I think Alan Robinson's time with the Crusaders might be up.
Oh, famous for that trade, whatever trade you guys did. Was that J.J. for Alan Robinson? Was there picks involved in that, Martin? What happened in that trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin got my 8th round, wasn't it?
Yeah, Conor has my 6 and 7, and I have Conor's 8. And I have Conor's 8 next year.
Oh my god. I love it. So he's gone. Philly Rivers on a bye. Your boy Melvin Gordon, the face of the team, Melvin Gordon, on a bye.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting him back now after a bye, and then him missing the Titans game with the hamstring injury. Hopefully that's all cleared up now going into this week.
Yeah. That was probably they probably figured they were going to win that game regardless, and they could give him an extra week off.
Yeah.
Um,
He said it wasn't that bad. He kind of just wanted to be safe and sorry approach with him. So hopefully he'll be ready to go against the Seahawks this weekend.
Yeah, they want to win a Super Bowl, so I mean, if you got to rest the guy, do what's best for the team.
Look what's happened with Lenny Fournette and Dalvin Cook. That's the approach not to go with.
Yeah.
With running backs with tight end or with tight hamstrings.
Let's have a look at Richie's team. Larry Fitz had a big game, 18 points. I think is that his first big game of the season? I think so.
Probably, yeah, he's looking great.
Frankie Gore, 5.8. He's seen a lot of ball. Carlos Hyde has 11 yards. Richie's team, remember at the start of the year we were like, Richie's team is secretly good, it'll get better.
Yeah.
Well, Larry Fitz has got a touchdown the last 2 weeks in a row, so you never know. That could be an upswing.
Uptick.
Touchdowns for Julio.
Oh yeah, where was Julio? Oh yeah, Julio was on a bye. Yeah.
Caught a touchdown this season.
I need you to do it, Richie. I need you to be more involved in the stringer, but lose to me. Oh, let me see if I have my little notes. Oh, here's a note I have. Conor, you might be able to back this up with statistics. Is Richie the reverse Shawla?
Let me just check here now.
Where he scores lots of points and never wins.
Pretty much, yeah. Although the last 3 weeks he's not been good. He's been the lowest scorer in 2 of the last 3 weeks.
Okay, so I mean, Sean had a good week this week.
Yes.
So they're reverses of each other or something. There you go.
I guess so.
Just look into it. Keep a note on that.
John actually wins games though. Which I guess, yeah, that's a reverse.
Yeah, well, Richie doesn't. That's the point.
Yeah, I can mock you now, Richie, because I have more wins than you. Not that would have stopped me mocking you anyway. Like, I mock Rob Fay.
I don't,
He has more wins than me.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's fun to mock Rob.
I
And
don't-
Danny, especially Danny.
I don't want to rain on Richie's funeral. But he is officially out of the running for the stringer now. He can still make the playoffs, but he can no longer win the stringer. Martin, your thoughts on that?
Obviously, I think I said it earlier on, I think this must be definitely the earliest anybody's ever clinched the playoff spot.
I'm almost certain it is.
But did Richie not go 10-0 one year?
We'll get into that.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, you guys. Let's move on.
Intercepted. Devin McCourty in stride, running past Lyman. Anderson with a blocker in front, can't get to him. How about an 85-yard pick six?
That was Devin McCourty with the pick six that sealed the win for the Rainbow Warriors as they broke the record for most consecutive wins both to start a season and the longest run in Drisbowl history by beating the Hall and Asters 117-99. The Rainbow Warriors will be relieved to come away with a win in a week where the majority of the team didn't pull their weight, but Mahomes, Kamara, Thielen and the Patsy all did enough. The Hull and Astros remain top of the Luther for now, but with all four teams breathing down their necks. Next up is a huge crunch game versus the Cougars. So Conor, you alluded to it. Baz just broke the record. It's 8 games. 8 games is the record.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 10 games.
No, that was hearsay. That was nonsense.
Well, I only heard it because you said it.
Yeah, I think John said it. Who knows? Someone should look it up.
So
but yeah,
what, 7 was the record?
7 was the record to start the season. 2016 season. Richie went 7 games unbeaten.
Good stuff. So Richie trying to break the losing streak now, I guess. He's going for
Oh, no.
He's going for both then. Who's the losing? Claire is a losing streak, yeah. That's why he kicked her out of the league.
Is 7 the longest streak? Period. 7 wins.
Yeah, 7 is the longest, I think, overall as well. You're like, okay, I hear you.
I can get that.
Although I'm thinking like Barry's like, yeah, okay, well, I'm probably not gonna lose ever again, because he can't lose. He's the man's team is a machine.
He could have lost this week.
No, I know it was never in doubt. Because Danny was like, I'm gonna do it. I believe no one believes in me. I get no respect, and I'm like, no, but we think Shauna's the tiny witch bitch. Barry's got some voodoo magic on to be winning every game, every time. It's madness.
Yeah, he just a hipster team is just outperforming.
Yeah.
Everybody thought.
Oh, it's incredible. Fucking, it's unfair to have Mahomes, Kamara, Thielen, Juju, Tyreek Hill, and to not have had the picks that I had.
Well, the thing about hipsters is they're fashionable for a while, and then eventually they become unfashionable. So maybe his team is going to become winnable. Winnable, yeah.
Could do. That's an interesting take.
Around the time of the playoffs, that would be unfortunate for you, Barry.
I would like that.
I might like that. I probably won't like that. I'll probably be indifferent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have other things on your mind.
We'll see, though.
Like I said in the rundown, though, it was a kind of overall quieter week for Barry.
I can say that, yeah. A lot of his players didn't break 10 points.
Yeah, it's the second week in a row that he's only been the 4th highest scorer.
Oh, of course, you alluded to the possibility that Barry statistically is falling apart.
Well, statistically, you are now ahead of him in my rankings, which is just based on highest scorer per week.
Conor Moore's power rankings.
It's more like power statistics.
Conor Moore's power statistics. What else is going on with Barry's team? I don't have. There was too much to do in other keeping up with the Hineses, so we're a few weeks behind. We'll get to it eventually when I can access more Hines to get information off them. But for the minute, the only thing you need to know is Naeem had a nice game, 85 yards. So
Alright.
will that suffice for you, Conor? You take that?
I'll take that for now.
You take that to the bank?
No.
All right. It wouldn't do you any good.
Yeah, you're not getting money for points.
Was Juju? Yeah, Juju played. That was a quiet game for Juju. Juju don't do no quiet games. Can't talk.
Well, he's had a couple of quiet games out the last while.
I feel like, does he always bounce back?
Well, they had a bye last week, but the week before, so the week before he got 13 points. That was good. But then the 2 weeks before that, he got 6 and 9.4. So not amazing points.
It just seems to always work out for him.
And this is his worst week.
One small thing I don't think that's kind of gone under the radar. Tyreek Hill went out injured at the end of that Chiefs game.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
Yeah, he went out with a groin strain, so they're saying there's a chance he might miss a week or two. So does that affect Paddy Mahomes going forward? Surely it has to affect him a bit. Then of course he's got just fucking Deshaun Watson to throw in there anyways.
Yeah, because I was looking at that too, like for week 12 or whatever, the Chiefs bye week, he can just put Deshaun Watson in, and it's like, it's no big deal.
Who were the Texans playing that week?
I can't remember. Let's have a look at Danny's team. Danny's team looks good from the top half. And then the bottom half, it's like a, you know what it is, Conor? I'm going to patent this. It's a mermaid team right there. You see the top half, you're like, it's real. Oh, the bottom half's a fish. How am I going to have sex with this fish, Conor?
I'll leave it up to your creative mind.
Yeah, so patent that. I'll get a little
That
mermaid.
Yeah, I like that. Did that take you long? Was that?
That was literally just now.
We'll bring that into the Halloween.
A scary mermaid.
A reverse mermaid. It's like an upside down reverse mermaid.
Isn't that a sex position?
It is now.
Andrew Luck got 23 points. David Johnson 10 points. Martin, what do you think Danny should do with David Johnson?
hard to say because obviously they had the new coordinator calling plays for the first time this week, and it's still kind of average production from what you want from David Johnson. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What he has on his bench.
How?
You can really throw in instead of David Johnson, but kind of have to play him every week, even though you don't want that.
How are you not getting the best out of David Johnson? And kind of the same thing with Zeke. Like, these two guys should be up there with like fucking Gurley, and if Bell was still playing, and all the top runners like James Connors, like these guys should be there, and for whatever reason they're just kind of not.
I don't know, maybe it's still a lingering injury from last year with David Johnson, I don't know.
That was his wrist though, wasn't it? It really shouldn't, like...
Yeah, I don't know.
Cream Hunt is
not my problem this year anyway, so...
Yeah. Cream Hunt is just going to be a solid play just all year.
Yeah, I don't doubt like Cream Hunt going into this year, but it's right up off from last year.
It's a spooky ghost knocking. I sound like the guy from Futurama. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Mike Evans, his boy. Although I feel like he hasn't been his boy, Conor.
Well, Mike Evans hasn't caught a touchdown since week 3, which was the last time Ryan Fitzpatrick played, and then this week he caught one when Ryan Fitzpatrick came on. So if Ryan Fitzpatrick takes back the starter position,
which it's been announced that he has,
Mike Evans could be starting to see more touchdowns because they have a good
rapport,
psychic connection.
Rapport.
I guess you can call it that.
Patrick put solid names, so
yeah.
That's also why I wanted O.J. Howard. I want a piece of that Fitzmagic going forward.
Well, I think he threw a touchdown to O.J. Howard as well, so
yeah,
could be good.
Passing the love. Odell Beckham, I think he's had 2 good games now. I prefer to have Beckham than not have Beckham, if I'm honest. So I know he's bounced around a few teams now, but I like to have Beckham on my team.
That's an absolute steal for Danny.
Especially for Tevin Coleman.
I know, that's what I mean. Such a steal on Danny's part.
Yeah. And they play each other next week too. Woohoo! And then we get to the fish part of the team art. Njoku, 0 points. John Brown, I told you, Danny. I fucking told you didn't listen to me. I said, John Brown's not going to score that many points next week. You didn't listen to me. You played him and he got 28 fucking yards. You son of a bitch, Daddy. Justin Tucker, 3 points. And the Cardinals, the 8 points. I guess you'll take that from the defense, 8 points.
Yeah, just looking on Danny's bench, like he couldn't have won it even if he had played his top scorer, who was Alex Collins.
Yeah, Alex Collins, he could have done it for me. No, he couldn't have, but...
No, he could use that Irish charm to motivate the rest of the team.
Deshaun Watson, 30 points. Martin, as a Packers fan, Montgomery's gone now. Should Adam Jones see more touches?
I've been as a Packers fan, I've been hoping for Aaron Jones, because every time I've seen him play, he's looked by far the best running back there, but it's just fucking Mike McCarthy just wants to fucking rotate those running backs in no matter what.
Yeah.
So it was literally a case on Sunday of Jones, Williams, Montgomery, Jones, Williams, Montgomery, and then he kind of went between Jones and Williams. So it's just absolute fucking train wreck.
Who looks the best?
No continuity there. Aaron Jones, I think, is the best, and I think he will start getting more touches going forward now with Monty out the door.
Yeah, watch fucking him turn into like an RB1 now, and Baz just getting another amazing player.
Yeah, I wanted Aaron Jones in the draft this year, but once again, Barry literally on the day of the draft as well asked me who I thought the running back would be for the Packers this year, and I said Aaron Jones, and literally his next pick was Aaron Jones. So I shouldn't have said nothing.
Oh, what the hell? So, like I mentioned as well, John is playing Danny next week. And I have in my notes that there's no small games left in the Luther. It's spicy.
Oh, it can't be.
Because even the division...
It's going to come down to the last day. It could be 2 or 3 teams could get knocked out on the final day.
So good. Like, Danny is... He's 3-1. Everyone else is 2-2, apart from John, who's 1-3, I think. So it's 2 games in it, even in that as well, in the divisions.
I know.
Oh, so spicy.
Yeah. Me and John are playing with each other at week 13, so that could literally be a winner takes all situation.
Okay, so let's have a look. So your game, so you have a game against Shauna coming up, then you play Conor, then big game against Danny, big game. Oh, so yeah. Oh, so you end with 3 in division games.
Oh yeah.
John last week, Dell before, Danny before that. Who's the only team?
For that run in.
Me. So you're playing your entire division and then me.
Yeah, Shauna is the only Luther competitor who isn't playing another Luther in the last game of the season. So Shauna needs to get her work done in the next few weeks.
Well, she bet me, like I said earlier on, she bet me earlier in the year, so I need to beat her this week because it could come down to divisional record. But it most likely will come down to the divisional record and the Luther by the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, this is why I love the divisions. Okay, alright, fuck it, let's move on.
Dalton for the end zone and A.J. Green. And A.J. Green has a touchdown.
Let the joyous news be spread, the wicked old witch at last is dead. Witch? The wicked witch. The wicked witch.
The witch is dead, everybody. I've broken the witch's curse. With the help of AJ Green and the boys in a 129 to 109 win, the result looked in doubt midway through Sunday before Goff and Gurley's second half performance versus the Pack put the game beyond doubt. The Sharks scored 100 points for the first time this season in the loss and will look to bounce back in the coming weeks, knowing that wins in the Luther will surely mean a playoff spot. Oh guys, the curse is over. I've done it. I've saved the league. I'm the hero. Spooky go.
I thought it's out your blood.
Martin, what did you make of this game? Were you following this game, or were you more enthralled in your own?
I was keeping my eye on all the games, obviously, because with Game Pass you're kind of seeing scores for everybody coming in at the same time, really. But it did look a bit sketchy for you there for a while with the likes of Joe Mixon kind of poaching a lot of TDs from AJ
Green, yeah. That
having such a good start on the Thursday night. And obviously Cam Newton going off against the top defense in the league.
Yeah, all those things scared me. I was very frightened. I was like, God damn it, you tiny bitch, on the 1 week you have to be good is against me.
Kind of committing the Cardinals soon though, playing your QB against your defense. Kind of found her big time.
Yeah.
Sitting there -4 points.
Yeah, it's a 13-point swing as well, because my defense got 9 points. Shauna, looking at it now, also has kind of a mermaid team.
Yeah, just look at that. Apart from her
Shady, yeah.
It's kind of...
He's kind of like a sexy knee or something.
Yeah.
A human knee was Shady. My team, what can I say? Barkley had a quiet game, just 11, he got 110 yards or whatever. So it's still like 111. So I'm still happy with it.
You know he's having a good season when the quiet game is 11 points. But.
Yeah, Goff to Gurley was a nice little matchup.
Yeah, that saved my bacon. I was worried as well because in the first half of that game, it was low scoring. What was the score? It was like fucking 6-3 or something.
10-8 at half time.
Yeah, so but
you got that fucking safety at the start of just before halftime changed the game.
I was worried but still confident that they could do it because I was like, Gurley has always got fucking crazy numbers in him. Like his numbers are insane.
I know, it's not fair.
Conor, just read them out there.
20, 29, 19.6, which was worst week, and then 21.6, 29, 34, 26, 27. His average is about like 27 or 28 probably.
He's so good.
He scored less than 20 points once this season.
Yeah.
That was 19 points.
Oh my god. And he should have been John's too. He should be on John's team. I probably would have went. Well, I don't know what I would have done. No, I still would have taken Barkley. AJ Green ended up with a touchdown, which I really needed because he got a touchdown and Kelsey got a touchdown at the same time, and I was like, I really needed that double TD. Devontae Adams 133 yards. Jags and Michael Thomas. I'm slightly worried about Michael Thomas's production. Because it's definitely slowed down.
Yeah, in a big spot.
The last few weeks. So he's kind of, when once he had a place guaranteed, now he's, we'll see how it goes. He's still helping win, so. But Conor and Martin, I want to take a moment to recognise the best kicker in football, if you'll indulge me.
Who's that coming from somewhere up in the sky? Moving fast and bright as a firefly. Just when you think that trouble's gonna pounce, who's gonna be there when it really counts?
Bear Baron.
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You said Birdman?
Yes.
So you're really going all in on the Care Bear then. So.
Oh my god, he's the best kicker in football. How can you not love Kaimi Fairbairn, the Care Bear? I always just feel comfort when I'm in his arms, I just know he's caring about me in a bear-like manner. Although he only got 6 PATs or whatever, but I was kind of hoping to save this drop for when he got like 10 points. But I won and I made it, and I was like, let's use it. So there we go. Kaimi Fairbairn drop. The Care Bear. Russell Wilson, 23 points. I thought that was going to bone me looking when he put up such good numbers, but it worked out. Alshon Jeffrey was quiet in London. I think they're playing Dallas next week, so I think he's going to have a big week. So I think he's going to go in for someone. Michael Thomas, maybe? I don't know. Eckler...
Eagles are on a bye this week.
Oh yeah, so maybe it's the following week, yeah. Well, it's all set up. Eckler, some breaking news. Eckler's getting dropped.
From your team or?
Yeah, no, from my team, yeah. I'm gonna branch out and maybe get something else.
What's that?
I don't know. Just see what else is out there.
Because you have too many people from the Chargers?
No, I've nobody from the Chargers. Just Eckler.
Yeah.
I like Eckler, but I'm gonna, because I have Sony Michel, who's fit again, I think, this week, and Nicholas Chubbington III. So, and I think he's gonna do well. He got 75 yards. I think they're playing the Chiefs next week. So hopefully, I don't know. Well, let's see how he does.
Getting the rare, I don't know what you call it, but you got like 129 points exactly. You don't often see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I noticed that too. I was like, oh, clean 129, and I like went through and I counted, make sure it was right. Like, of course it is. It's a mathematical solution or whatever.
High score of the week.
Woo! Make me a little sound drop for that, Conor. High score of the week. That was so good. Anyone want to mention anything about Shauna's bench?
Not a lot to mention there. Le'Veon Bell is coming back this week.
Think yeah, I think there's talk of him going to turn up this week.
I think he was always waiting until after the trade deadline so he couldn't be shot down the building.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I imagine they'll just put him on the bench.
Yeah.
And let James Conner do the work.
That's what I'm hoping for as well. You kind of just ease him back. He probably hasn't done fuck all training all year, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's unfortunate for Shauna. Didn't she? It wasn't her first round pick last year, like Zeke, who had like a 4-game suspension or something like that.
Yeah.
Shauna, next year.
If anyone should have Todd Gurley, it should have been Sean.
Yeah, I thought she did, going back to the draft. I thought that she picked Gurley, and I was like, oh, here we go, I'm going to get Bell. And then it didn't work out.
Little tip for you, Shauna. Next year, pick a player who will play. Controversial opinion, but it's working out for everyone else. Actually, I mean, you've better better record than most of us.
Yeah. We actually, I actually asked Shauna to be on the show as well today. I just sent out a message. I was like, Shauna, do you want to jump in? And she said no. Wouldn't give me a reason why. And then she just sent me this. So.
All right, fine. Let's play the game. And I want to be very clear about something. This literally means nothing to me.
So there you go. So Shauna apparently she's given up all hope. It's the end of the curses, the witch's bitch curse.
She's given up all hope. This is her first loss in 5 weeks.
Yeah, and who gave it to her?
The person who she's never lost to before.
Of course. Oh, I know. Oh, that's good. Like, the beautiful segue,
Yeah.
Conor. Yeah, I should look at my notes. Yeah, I'd never beaten Shauna before, so this is the first time. And also, I broke the Halloween thing.
Yeah.
Lose her every Halloween. I finally beat her. Fucking bitch. And it looked like she was going to bowl me again. But no. So fuck you, Shauna. This is revenge for that time in London, you tiny witch bitch. Fucking, oh, Jesus Christ.
So there you have it. Michael O'Brien beats women.
In fantasy football.
We just cut out that fantasy football.
I'm editing it. Also, I was going to say it's weird. It's not weird. It's not even surprising that this is the first time Charlotte's got over 100 points.
Yeah.
It's surprising that she's won so many games, but it's not surprising that. Actually, out of curiosity, where in the list did Shauna come in terms of scoring?
6th.
6th, so even in her, like, one of her best week.
Her second best week, yeah.
Or her second best week?
She came 4th in
yeah. How many points did you score that time?
94.98. That was a low scoring week. I think that might be actually our lowest scoring average week, and this week was our highest average week.
Ah, there you go.
I'm a stat man.
Okay, fuck it. Let's move on.
Conor to the outside, turns the corner. Conor to the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was C1000 with the score, and what will always be remembered as his revenge game as the Cougars continue their record of never losing in Julianstown. In the Connors carry-on battle, it really did come down to who had the better game, as the Cougars won by 17, with Connors getting to 24 points more than Johnson. Both teams leave the day still in good shape for the playoff spots, but knowing that neither are as safe as they would want to be. Yeah, so this was the trade game, you know? It's the big one, yeah. I think that's the main narrative here, and we've mentioned it before, but it looks like John is winning this trade so far.
Well, I mean, if that trade never happened, Rob would have won.
That's true. And he might have won other games.
He probably would have, yeah.
Martin, your thoughts?
Who was the other player that Rob's, or who was the other players involved?
Marshawn Lynch.
And ODB, was it?
Yeah. So John got Kerryon Johnson and Tevin Coleman really out of the deal. And Rob got Kerryon Johnson. Carry on my wayward son. Also, goddamn fucking Andy Dalton finally came up in a big spot, getting over 20 points.
Everybody has a fucking great day against Tampa Bay, so Brady with the 420.
Yeah, I was listening to the Fancy Live Guys podcast, and Fabs was going fucking nuts about Matt Breda. He was like, he's injured, he's fit, I don't know what's going on. he lost it. I'll see if I can get a little clip and I'll just throw it in there.
Just on that score for Matt Breda, this is the third time in 4 weeks that John's had a 420 player.
Yeah, because we mentioned this in the chat as well, that after last year's 420 again, there was only, I think it's just this one and Josh Gordon. Are they the only 420s we got?
Yeah.
Just 2 after having like fucking, how many, like 8 last week.
6, yeah.
So who knows about 420? We should start tracking other numbers too, just to see. Alright, let's go through the rest of it. So Laddie Murray is looking like a really good pickup for John, while Dalvin Cook is injured. Martin, how long is Cook out? Or what's his story?
I have no idea. I kind of lost interest in it after I gave him to Rob, so. I did carry Larry Murray for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then there was a week where he was absolutely fucking garbage and Cook was it, so.
Yeah. That's just the way fantasy is, isn't it? Golden Tate, as we mentioned earlier in the show, is gone to the Eagles. Yeah. Gone to the Eagles, so John's going to hope for an uptick there. Tyler Lockett has been consistent all season. Eric Ebron has been nice. Mason Crosby, Meso, fucking, who boned me that 1 week. Was that the week I lost to Barry, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
11 points. Steelers defense. 117 points for John. Good week, but everyone had a good week. How strong do you think John's team is in general, Martin?
It's like you gotta feel like he's gonna have to do something with tight end now going forward because the tackle's back.
Yeah, Jack Doyle.
So I expect them to make some moves on the waiver wire tomorrow.
His bench is actually okay. Like, Kenyon Drake had a really good week. Tevin Coleman was on a bye, but he's only been okay. Demarius Thomas, you're going to hope he's going to do better. Muster. I think John's just picking up all of the San Francisco running backs. Just get them all, and then something will happen.
Constantly rotating them.
Yeah. Torrey...
make a move at QB this week as well.
Yeah.
The Bengals are on a big as well. So if you're listening to this, John, maybe I might be able to help you out on the QB thing. I got 2 good QBs. Yeah.
So do I.
No.
Me too.
I have better QBs than all these.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right, let's have a look at Rob's team. Cousins had a good game, 20 points. Philip Lindsay looks like a really good player in Denver. Carry on only got the 9 points we said earlier. Jarvis Landry 3.9. Will Fuller, oh poor Will Fuller. His first big game, well not his first, but the first time Rob actually gets to play him on a big game, and he goes out for the season.
Why didn't he break his ankle?
ACL.
Yeah.
6 to 9 months he's out, which sucks. Gregatron, Olsentron, as he likes to be known, 11 points. Brandon Cooks, 8.7. What's Rob's average score? Is 100 points? I feel 100 points is high for Rob. Yeah.
Average. Oh, I don't have his average
Yeah.
score. But yeah, less than 100 definitely. 'Cause he was the lowest. He's been the lowest scorer. So this week he was the 8th lowest scorer. And then he's been 10th twice and 9th once.
Yeah. Not good, Rob.
Yeah.
So, this leads into, Conor, you're only, 1 game behind Rob?
Yeah.
And you guys are playing week 11, I believe it is?
Certainly possible.
It's as likely as anything. Zebra Killers, yeah. So week 11. So me against Barry, you against Rob. Could be playoff / stringer things happening.
I believe Rob will be out of it by then.
I played Danny now. I played Danny week 11 as well, so.
Yeah.
Rob is playing the Dragons this week. So if they win, if Richie wins, he'd be right back in it as well.
Yeah. You really need Richie to win. It'll bring Richie in,
but if Richie
it'll
wins
hurt
and
Rob.
I lose.
You need Rob to lose, though.
Yeah.
So you got to be going for Richie.
Who's Rob playing this week? Oh, he's on Richie. Yeah.
Because who are you playing? You're playing.
I'm playing Baz.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna lose. I'm not beating Baz.
Oh yeah, because this was the end. How do we keep forgetting, Conor?
I didn't forget it.
Intra-divisional week 3 is over, Conor.
Now we go into inter-divisional.
Yeah, but after 3 weeks, Martin, have you been following the storyline, the inter-divisional matchups?
Yeah, this is the first one of the three that I've actually won. So.
Yeah, well, I was just going to mention after the 3 weeks, the winners are the stringer. Well, one game, Conor.
Oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah, because we won 3, then we lost 3, and then we won 3. Or maybe we won by 2 games. We won by 2 games. We're the best.
It doesn't really mean that much, to be honest.
I think we can take. Martin, you're pretty upset about this, I assume.
I'm upset personally losing 2 out of 3 of them. Would have at least win 1 2 out of 3. So I'm a bit mad at that. It's definitely affected my. But luckily enough, I suppose it didn't really affect the divisional rankings the last 3 weeks. But
yeah, anytime anything happened and I was filling in the results, I was like, oh, there's no reason to go in conference this time. So, I love the divisions. It gets so exciting, and all the maths and probabilities and such. So guys, as we have you both here, I thought maybe it'd be fun. Maybe we do a little quiz, Conor. Do you like quizzes?
Ooh, I love quizzes.
Martin, do you like quizzes?
I love an old quiz as well.
This is a Drisbowl related quiz.
Okay, then I won't win.
Yeah. So the thinking behind this was I would get you on and Del on, and we would see who of the two of you has better Drisbowl knowledge. I'm going to say Martin is the early favourite in this matchup, but look, who knows? Let's see how the tokens fall. And on that note...
Live from the historic Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip, J.D. Salinger presents Drisbowl Stars and Celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out!
Yes, Conor and Martin, it's the Drisbowl Stars and Celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Alright, so the way this quiz works, you guys, there's 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
First round has 5 questions. You each have five questions each. Round 2, each point is worth 1, as points do. Round 2 is 3 questions. and they are all draft related, and they are all worth 2 points.
Okay.
Oh, I'm probably going to be pretty crap on draft one, I'd say.
From our draft or from like the real draft?
Our draft.
Okay.
Alright, and then round 3 is worth 5 points, 1 question. So, it'll be fine. Let's play! Alright, okay, so, Martin, you were up first.
Okay.
John and the Reservoir Dogs won the initial Drisbowl. Who did they beat in the final? I need the owner and the team name.
Oh, shit. Well, Conor was the owner.
Uh-huh.
What the hell was his team's name in the first year?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Conor?
Risky business.
It was the Rooski Business.
Fuck, it was risky business.
Conor, the Millions and I won the first Marina. Who beat us in the final? Owner and team name.
The Marina?
First season.
Fuck. I don't know. I'm gonna guess Rob.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're wrong. Rob wasn't even in the league.
What?
The first year. Rob and Richie were expansion teams.
Who was it? So we had Claire, and who was the other one?
What?
But okay,
Oh,
so Rob.
no.
So you said Rob and Richie went there.
Yeah. It was...
Oh, was it only 8 teams?
Yeah, there's only 8 teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Martin, who was it?
It was me, and it was the Bell Turbid Bruisers.
Oh,
I
so
would have never got that.
no points after the first round. Alright, Martin, 2 teams have had consistent names throughout the Drisbowl. Name them.
Well, there's you,
Uh-huh.
and then there's...
Five.
Rob.
Huh?
Rob.
No, it's Richie with the Dragons. Alright, we're gonna have to speed this
So
up.
technically, is he technically not the dildos 1 year?
Nah,
when he won the
that was imposed. He's always been the Dragons. He only had the dildo symbol.
What do you?
What was Rob's first name then?
Rob was the Highwayman.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Alright, we gotta make this snappy, you guys. There's a lot of questions. Conor, Daddy's team has gone through the most name rebrands in league history. Can you name 3 of them?
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's his name now? He's the Hall and Asses.
Uh-huh.
He used to be the Gentleman.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember the stupid names. I don't even remember what was it? It wasn't the Bryanstown Gentleman.
No.
The Gentleman. No, I can't get the third one.
Martin, out of nowhere, to steal a point.
was it Dino or something? No.
No, it was the West Coast Gentlemen and AIDS.
Oh, fuck's sake, Daddy, your team name is shite.
Martin, who was the first player ever drafted in the Drisbowl?
The Sean McCoy.
Yes, 1 point. Someone's on the board. Conor.
I drafted him, bro.
Yeah. Conor, Richie and the Dragons hold the longest win streak in Drisbowl history. Who has the longest losing streak?
Claire.
That's correct. We actually discussed that earlier on. Martin, who beat Richie in week 8 to stop his run?
John.
John is correct. Good work, John. 1 point. Conor, Claire famously drafted an unemployed player. Name that player.
I don't know.
Oh, Martin, to steal a point.
Wes Welker.
Wes Welker. Martin, name two of the 4 playoff teams last year.
In which division?
Like no.
The Final Four.
Yeah, the divisional championships.
Me and you.
Yes, that's great. You were in it. That question works better with Dell, who wouldn't have known. Conor, which team has played the most amount of Marina Bowls?
I'm gonna say Richie.
Incorrect. It's actually Dell and the Aztecs.
What was his first team name?
The RD Honey Badgers.
Honey Badger.
Yeah. So after that first round, Conor, the score is 4 points to Martin to just 1 point to you. But there's a lot to play for left because
I'm positive about the draft round.
Well, you're in luck because it's round number 2. All right, Martin, let's get into this. One player has been drafted first overall twice. Who is that player?
Has to be Lag Bell.
2 points. Conor, I traded away 3 players to John to get his top 3 picks for this year. Name 2 of those players.
No, I honestly couldn't even guess. I would have got that Le'Veon Bell one. Give me that question.
Gronk, Julio, and Leonard Fournette. Martin, one of 8 players drafted in the first round of... out of 8 players drafted in the first round of year 1, how many were running backs?
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to guess 6.
7. Oh, wait, I just gave you 2 points for no reason. Conor,
I'll take him.
who was the first player the Ruski business ever drafted? You always remember your first. You always remember your first.
Yes. Because I remember he was my boy that year, Gio Bernard.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
It was Sir Edward, currently unemployed, Lacey.
Who? Oh, yeah.
You always remember your first.
Apparently not.
Martin. Who is the highest drafted QB in history in the Drisbowl?
I think I know this. Wasn't Cam Newton drafted in the first round one year?
He probably was. But Martin, if you cast your mind back to, I believe, 2015, the OC Millions selected Aaron Rodgers with the 3rd overall pick.
Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Remember that? Yeah. I would have got that.
Get out of here.
Le'Veon Bell one.
Conor, the Chicago Clares drafted potentially... Oh, you're not going to get this either. The biggest bargain in Drisbowl history when she signed the elite level wide receiver in the 9th round of the 2014 draft. Who was that wide receiver? Okay, so let me break it down. Claire, this first year, we didn't know anything about football. Claire got a really good wide receiver, like really late.
Antonio Brown.
Oh, it was Jordy Nelson, Conor.
Again. Give me Martin's question.
So after that, we have 6 points to Conor. You have 0. You have 1 point, but it's okay. You still have a chance to level it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this question is worth 5 points. So you gotta answer this. Martin's gonna miss his.
Okay.
I'm not prepared for a tie. Martin, it says Dell.
Yeah.
What is... Oh, this is a tough one. What is the most amount of wins to ever win a division? And who was that team?
I want to say it's me with 11 wins.
That is correct! Oh, Conor, I'm so sorry. For argument's sake, Conor, I'm going to give you this last question. What team currently holds the title for most points scored in a regular season?
Me.
You. That's correct. It's a consolation.
Fuck
There you
that
go. Congratulations, Martin. You just won the Drisbowl Stars and Celebrities. Do they know things? What do they know? Let's find out. How do you feel?
Well, I feel like I definitely should have got Conor's questions, and Conor definitely should have got mine, because like some of those questions are like literally that 5-pointer was me.
2 questions. The answer was Martin for him.
Like I said, I didn't have time to change any of the questions. I did this days ago when we had Del on. And I'm sorry, guys, if you didn't enjoy winning my made-up shitty game.
I did enjoy it, but it probably would be better if you swap questions. But, you know, I ain't complaining.
I mean, you're a serial winner. You do it all the time. It's what we expect from you.
Like I said, I'm ready to go on a run. 3 in a row, baby.
Predictions for the rest of the season, Martin, before we go.
Well, Stringer is going to be you and Barry in the championship final. It's that, but like if I was to, Luther is just a fucking, I don't know. I wouldn't even know who to pick 2 teams to get to the final 2 in that.
Yeah,
it's impossible to tell right now. It's impossible.
The Stringers, the AFC, and the well, historically, and the Luthers, the NFC, where it's all the good teams just fighting it out, and then like 2 good teams in the AFC.
I still think Dell's going to make the playoffs. I'm sticking by that.
Yeah, the Pats run-in is super easy. Like, after the pack, there's a decent chance they could win like all the games after that.
They still have to play fucking Bills again, Jets again, and Dolphins again. So.
Yeah, that was only their second. So I think they have to play the Jets twice, Dolphins again, and Bills again. So, you know, watch out for Del Connor is what we're saying. And on that note, it's time to end the show, Conor. Thank you for hosting.
Thank you for letting me host.
Of course. Martin, you've been a pleasure as always. We enjoy having you as much as you enjoy being had.
Jesus.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Join us next week where we will do a 15-minute segment on Conor's Formula 1 corner, I believe.
Okay.
You're going to be talking us through Lewis Hamilton and is he a drug addict and why not? And on that note, it's time to leave. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
All right. And goodbye.